Hey, what's up? I'm Dave Boyer, aka Mr. Boyer, aka the Swamp Man. I'm in Zion National Park. I'm at the end of the Canyon Overlook Trail. It's like a half-mile trail out and another half-mile back. Sounds easy, but it's got some sketchy parts, some really steep drop-offs on cliffs, some boardwalk kind of things that are bolted into the side of the mountain. It's got some really cool features in the trail. I really liked it. And it leads to this overlook. So I'll try to get you a look at it, and we may talk about a few things here. Let me pan around. So I kind of jumped off the trail, came down to get a little bit away from people and take off my mask. We're trying to be careful on this road trip with COVID-19 and coronavirus. So got some nice pinyon pines here that gave me a little bit of shade to stop on. But Zion is a really impressive national park out in the deserts of Utah, and then you have these mountain peaks and this canyon that just kind of rise straight up and provide just a incredible backdrop. Down there, if we can see, I know it's pretty far down there, but that's Highway 9, the Carmel Highway. We just came back from the main part of the park. We drove through this area this morning, and when it was still dark, we left our rental house about 4:40 in the morning to try to get on the first shuttle at 6 o'clock and head up the canyon in Zion for some amazing hikes. But as we look back across there, of course, mountains, every peak has its own unique name. But there's varieties in the shapes of these mountains, and that probably lets you know that they were formed in different ways, or that they've changed in different ways since they formed. So if you can see the kind of rounded top peak right there, that's very different than straight across. You have this little flat top area. So in general, when you see a flat top on a mountain, you got to be thinking plateau mountains. Plateau mountains often involve rising. When the mountain's first forming, the rock gets lifted up. Sometimes that's by magma pushing up from underneath. Sometimes it's from tectonic plates and earthquakes pushing the rock up. But then after the rock rises up, you have different types of rock that are in that mountain. And as thousands, millions of years go on, the rock gets weathered. It gets broken down by the forces of like wind and rain. Particularly in this area, we've got wind today, and they don't get a lot of rain in the summer, but they get some really powerful storms that come through in the spring, fall, and winter. So as those storms come through and the water's rushing down the sides of the mountains, rock that is made up of minerals that are soluble means they'll dissolve in the water, they become a part of the water, then that's like the cement holding that rock together, and that cement gets kind of like washed away. So then there's nothing left to hold the rock together, and parts of the rock can start to fall apart and fall down with the water. That's the process of weathering. So on these flat topped mountains, there's a couple of them in the backdrop over here. Those are signs that that part of the rock that's there was stronger, or it had less of those cementing minerals that didn't disappear when the rains came. And so that part of the rock remained when other parts of the rock washed away to leave that behind. Hopefully you can see back here on the side of this canyon wall, all that black scarring. That's really, really cool. Some of that could be soot deposits from fires that burned down in here. Obviously, we're in the desert, it's hot, If they get storms that come through, thunderstorms with lots of lightning, they can have fires that start. But those can also be from the minerals that make up the rocks. When we see rocks, the minerals are going to give the rocks their colors. So anytime you see different types of rock or different colors of rock, you got to think that they're made of different minerals. So as I pan back around to this side, we look up on this mountainside, we got the reds, the grays, the oranges, lots of different colors up there. So those are going to be from some of those different minerals, the different muds and sand that formed that rock millions and millions of years ago. Just a gorgeous sight to check out mountains and see kind of what's all going on. Let me pan around again and I'll sign off. I hope you're impressed. Canyon Overlook Trail, Zion National Park, fantastic trail, amazing overlook here. I'm thrilled to be here. It's hot and it was a tough climb to get up here, but totally worth it. So I'm gonna try to see some more of it, maybe take some more pictures, and this is my last hike in Zion, and so I just got a chance to stop and share it with you and tell you that science rocks. Peace.